Monster collecting RPGs are surprisingly rare these days. Outside of Pokemon and the occasional indie title, there just aren't many games that scratch that itch of raising a team, evolving them, and testing your strategies in battle. That's what always made Digimon special to me. While it's never had the mainstream spotlight Pokemon enjoys, the series has consistently carved out its own identity with branching Digivolution paths, tactical combat, and stories that lean harder into character drama. With Digimon Story Time Stranger though, it finally feels like the series has leveled up. This isn't just another solid Digimon game, it's one of the most compelling monster collecting RPGs in years, and easily a standout JRPG in 2025. This 7th entry in the Story series blends a surprisingly strong narrative with deep mechanics and quality of life improvements that make it genuinely hard to put down. I don't expect Time Stranger's story to win any awards, but it's stronger than I expected. The premise revolves around fractures in the time threatening the digital world, which cleverly allows the game to bring in Digimon and characters from across different eras of the franchise. For longtime fans, seeing familiar faces reappear feels like a love letter to the series' history. But the narrative never leans too hard on nostalgia. It makes sure newcomers can follow along without feeling lost. What kept me invested wasn't just the overarching crisis, but the smaller character-driven arcs woven into it. Each companion you meet has their own motivations and struggles, and the way they connect to their partner Digimon adds heart to the journey. The game also paces itself well. There are big, dramatic story beats, but they're balanced by lighter moments of humor and downtime that give you a chance to breathe between heavy chapters. It's not the deepest JRPG story out there, but it strikes a nice balance. It's a good foundation that lets the gameplay shine while still keeping you grounded in the world. Time Stranger's combat is turn-based, but unlike a lot of RPGs where you can just mash the attack button, this one makes you constantly think 2 or 3 moves ahead. Every Digimon has a distinct role. Some are built for heavy single target damage, others for support or status effects, and plenty have quirky skills that seem situational at first, but become lifesavers in boss fights. You're always considering type matchups too. The data, vaccine, virus triangle, plus elemental strengths and weaknesses means no single team can carry you forever. You've got to adapt. What I love is how dynamic battles feel. Turn order is displayed on the side of the screen, so you can actually plan around it, using speed buffs, debuffs, or abilities that push an enemy back in the queue. Speaking of cross arts, that's one of the big new systems here. As you fight, you build cross points, and once you've got enough, you can unleash devastating team-based attacks. Some are nukes, but some also buff your whole squad. Others chain into multi-hit combos. It's the kind of mechanic that rewards synergy, encouraging you to think about how your Digimon work together rather than just as individuals. Then there's Digivolution, which honestly feels like its own game within the game. It's not just about pushing your Digimon forward to their strongest form. You'll often need to de-digivolve them back down just to adjust stats, change their attribute, or unlock a different evolutionary path. That flexibility kept me constantly tinkering. I'd get attached to a champion, evolve them into an ultimate, realize my team needed a different role, and then reset them to branch them into an entirely different new line. It's such a rewarding loop because you're never locked into just one choice. Add in the scanning and personality systems and things get even deeper. Scanning Digimon to 100% lets you convert them, while pushing it to a 200% unlocks bonus stats, making those encounters more rewarding. And with 16 personality types affecting stat growth, you can fine-tune your team even further. The fact that personalities can change based on your dialogue choices is a neat touch too. It makes your interactions feel like they matter beyond just role-playing. Also, big props to the quality of life improvements that make sure the game never feels like a grind. Battles can now be sped up anywhere from 2 times to 5 times. And there's even an auto battle option for when you just want to farm without micromanaging every turn. If you're strong enough, you can strike enemies on the map before combat to instantly clear them out, which is perfect for avoiding unnecessary fights. Random encounters are gone entirely. Enemies are now visible on the field, letting you choose when to engage. Outside of battle, the game is just as streamlined. You can manage Digimon directly from the menu, teleport out of dungeons with ease, and leave your Digifarm to train monsters in the background while you focus on the main adventure. It honestly feels like Bandai Namco sat down with a checklist of every annoyance from Cyber Sleuth and said, "Alright, let's fix all of this." And for the most part, they did. Visually, Time Stranger finds a sweet spot between vibrant anime aesthetics and a slightly more grounded look. Character portraits and Digimon models are sharper than ever, with some of the best animations the series has had to date. Signature attacks feel explosive and weighty, giving those big moves a sense of impact. Environments are more varied this time too. You'll travel through modern cityscapes, crumbling ruins, and fractured timelines that all feel distinct, though some smaller areas still come off a little flat. The UI deserves praise as well. It's clean, snappy, and doesn't clutter the screen. Being able to track turn order, buffs, and debuffs at a glance makes battles flow smoothly. It feels like they finally streamlined the interface to respect the player's time. On the audio side, the mix of upbeat battle tracks, dungeon themes, and nostalgic remixes of classic Digimon tunes hits exactly the right notes. Each area feels distinct, and the shift in music when a boss fight kicks in adds some real tension. Voice acting is solid too, with the option to play in either Japanese or English. The Japanese cast brings a lot of personality, while the English dub is surprisingly well done, and avoids the flat delivery that often plagues localized RPGs.
Hold on now, I was just joking. I'll give you a freebie this time, okay?
My only gripe is the sound mixing. Sometimes background music drowns out dialogue, which can pull you out of the moment. Time Stranger is the most complete and rewarding Digimon game we've had to date. Its combat is smart, its Digivolution system is addictive, and the quality of life changes finally make it feel like a modern JRPG instead of something stuck in the past. The story may not push boundaries, and the presentation does stumble here and there with sound mixing issues and the odd technical quirk, but those flaws never overshadow how fun and polished the overall experience feels. I can honestly say this isn't just a great Digimon title, it's a genuinely great JRPG that can stand alongside the best the genre has to offer. It lands a strong 90 out of 100, a score that reflects both its huge improvements over past entries and the few areas that still leave room for growth. If you're a longtime Digimon fan, this is the game you've been waiting for, and if you're new to the series, Time Stranger is the perfect place to start. If you enjoyed this review, don't forget to hit like and subscribe so you don't miss our future reviews, guides, and breakdowns. And if you're diving into Time Stranger yourself, make sure to check out our Game8 wiki for all our tips, walkthroughs, and Digivolution charts you'll need to get the most out of the game. This has been Game8, and we'll see you guys in the next video.